Best practice when add a new unique field to an existing Django model. I have an existing model that looks somewhat like the following. We have been using this for some time, and now have ~1 meter instances of these resource objects, and associated foreign key/else usages, in our database. I now have a need to track another id on this model. One that I want to enforce is unique. This other _id information is currently stored in some external CSVS, and I want to, at some point in the process, load this information into all existing resource instances. After adding the above field, Django's make migrations works just fine. However, when I go to apply said migration against an existing database, I get an error indicating that I need to provide a default to use for all existing resource instances. I'm sure many of you have seen something similar. What is the best approach to getting around this limitation? Some methods I have thought of. Remove the unique equals true requirement, apply the migration, externally load in the other _id value to all existing models, through some management command, or one-off script, add the unique equals true back in and apply the migration. Dump all existing data to JSON. Flush all tables. Apply the migration, with unique equals true. Write a script that loads the data back in, adding the correct other _id value. Unsure if this is possible, write some custom migration logic to automatically reference these external CSVS to load other _id values when I run manage.pymigrate. This could hit issues if, at some point in the future, someone reruns these migrations and this part fails, cannot find existing resource id in the CSVS to pull out other _id. All of these feel complicated, but then again I guess what I am trying to do isn't the simplest thing either. Any ideas? I have to imagine someone has had to work around a similar issue in the past. Thanks.
Actually, the source or your issue is not the unique constraint by itself but the fact that your field doesn't allow nulls and has no default value. You'd have the very same error with a non-unique field. The proper solution here is to allow the field to be null equals true, and default it to none, which will translate to SQL null. Since null values are excluded from unique constraints, at least if your DB vendor respects SQL standard, this allows you to apply the schema change while still making sure you cannot have a duplicate for non-null values. Then you may want a data migration to load the known other _id values, and eventually a third schema migration to disallow null values for this field, if and only if you know you have filled this field for all records.
Django has something called data migrations where you create a migration file that modifies /remove/add data to your database as you apply your migrations. In this case you would create 3 different migrations. Create a migration that allow null values with null equals true. Create a data migration that populate the data. Create a migration that disallow null values by removing the null equals true added in step 1. As you then run Python manage.pymigrate, it would apply all of the migrations in step 1 to 3 in the correct order. Your data migration would look something like this. You can create an empty migration file using the /manage.py make migrations empty Europe name command.
If you want to see channel.